Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to be concentrating on this little fella. This is the Kings of War Balefire Catapult for the Undead army. As you can see, it's all nicely painted. This is the finished product, and this will be the feature of the next, or the 3 videos in this series. As you can see, it all looks nicely wooden. The skeleton shields on the front and the skull in the basket. The skeleton crew are done. I think you've seen them on another video. If not, you'll probably see them incorporated into one of the 3 videos where I paint this one. So to start off, what we're going to be doing is concentrating on putting the kit together. I'm not going to be actually painting the on the wooden areas at first. I'll be using washes to do that, to give it the wood effect, and then dry brushing later. Other parts will be painted, and you'll see anyway. So this is part 1. The next part of the video will be coming very soon, so all I can say is enjoy the video. And as you can see, I've taken all the Balefire Catapult pieces off the sprues. I've primed them, and they are now ready for either putting together or painting. I'm not decided as yet what to do, but I have done the 2 skeleton crew. I decided to go for like Sotek green eyes instead of red, just for a change. Okay, so how this goes together, we'll go over this part first. Okay, so we have that, the hoop hangs down, you've got all the holes and everything on that side, so that goes through there, like so, and is locked on with a wheel. It's not that wheel, it's that wheel. And then that goes into there. That bit goes on that side, like so. And gets locked in place with a wheel. And then you have this bit which slots in like so, and that attaches onto there. And then you have this bit which basically goes there, and that's the Balefire Catapult done. Not a massive job. Looks as though it could get a little bit complicated in parts to paint, but not really complicated to paint, but just a bit complicated to what's the word I'm looking for? Oh dear, get the brush into where I want it, but those things are going to be sorted. What I first need to do, however, is just trim some of this down, because it's just a little bit too long to go into the into here, as you may have noticed. I'm just going to dry fit it back again, because I would sooner do that than find problems later on. There we are. That seems fine. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, so just a little bit of the gel on here and here. Around the hole. Place that where it won't fall off. Oops. Yes, I'm right. Okay. And I'm just bob that in there as well. I'm going to have to go quite quickly with this now, because I don't want it drying before I've put the that and that. Oops. That and that. There we are. Squeeze all those together now. And then the wheel, quite different. No, it's definitely that one. Wheel can go on that side, wheel can go on that side. And then with this we'll get the glue all around this little nub, and on here, sorry, not there, oops, it's there. It's needed, and then into that hole, and pressed on. There we are. Balefire Catapult done. There is one more part which I just remembered I haven't snipped off. That bit, so I will do that now, and it just snips off just like that. And what this is a little launching lever, and this goes in like so. There we are. I just need to give that a little bit of a spray. Just to tie it all in, and then I can start then I can start painting. So that is that. Ta-da! Okay, I'll leave that out of the way. We have a little bag of skulls there for the launch crew to use as ammunition. Okay, now as I was saying, this is mainly made out of wood. So all the wooden areas I'm just going to do with a wash of Agrax Earthshade. You've got other areas as well, metal and stuff, which is going to be whatchamacallit, going to be tin bits. Then the cord is going to be just like bone coloured, same as the skull. That I'm not quite sure yet what colour I'm going to be doing it. I'm not actually sure what it is yet, so I'll have to have another look at the picture. But that is all set now. That's not going anywhere. It's all... oops. I was going to say that's not going anywhere, but that bit's come apart already. But not a great problem as it's all glued in at the bottom, but I think just to be on the safe side I'll just add a bit more glue. Better safe than sorry. It's because I bought some more glue yesterday. Just don't think enough glue went on that when I dipped it in. I only put a very small amount on. So there we are, that's that. I'll put that now on that piece of plastic, and I'll put the lid back on the super glue so it doesn't drop everywhere and I get super glue all over the place. I won't mind so much. This is a fairly well full tub and tube, so I don't really want to waste it. But never mind. Let us get out our Agrax Earthshade and give the model the first wash, shall we? And then when we come back in the second part of this video, we can start doing the non-wooden areas. I just like the effect of this grey with the Agrax Earthshade for wood. I'm just going over all the model. I'm not picking and choosing where I go, because it's either going to be... I'm even going to do the handle. It's either going to be wood, rope or metal. But there we are. That's got its first coat now of the Agrax Earthshade, and so when we come back to this, it will be getting the first lick of paint. Also, so we need to leave this now to dry, so I'll place it on there. What I want to do now though is carry on painting the details of the Balefire Catapult. So we'll start off with just checking. That is actually not too bad for a wooden effect. I've just noticed there are a couple of places I've missed with Agrex Earthshade, so I'm going to go over there first because I'm not going to be touching that area with this, so it's just down here. I'll just give the wheel going over, and I will be doing the that part in metal, but there are other things I'm going to do first. In fact, I don't think I'm going to start off with the metal. Now I've done that, I will do the ropes and the skull. And for that I need our old faithful Screaming Skull. And skull, well, the only skull that's on this is the one that's in the basket, and we'll just give it a good covering in Screaming Skull, which is appropriate for this because once it gets fired it's a skull that will be screaming through the air. Ha 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 ha. We're screaming through the air at a high rate of knots. Speaking of knots, let's do the ropes now, shall we? Come on, I'm trying my best here. Again, we're doing all the rope in the Screaming Skull. And, oops. If you haven't done the rope beforehand, then don't worry about it. As I said, when I did this one, I just wanted a uniform look to on the wooded area, on the wood pieces, so I did everything in the Agrex Earthshade wash. And that's the reason why everything is at the moment this colour. If you remember from the first video, it was primed in grey, and then I've just been saying that I went over everything with the Agrex Earthshade wash. The reason I'm just doing wash rather than actually painting it a woody colour is because it's very easy to get away with, or to get the right look sometimes, and this I think is something that could be very fiddly if you try to paint every little piece of it. So we're not going to be trying to paint every little piece of it, we're going to try and take the easy way out, easy option for this. But we're still going to get, if not fairly good results, and very good results. As you can see already, there's it does look like a wooden vehicle. And we're going to go over everything that now is rope. and then once we've done everything that is rope, we can then look at the metal areas and give the metal areas a coating with the tin bits. How I normally do metal. But the metal on this machine is going to be very, very dark, so I won't be using Runefang steel, which I have a nasty habit of calling Steel Legion drab, which I've noticed when I've been uploading other videos. So I'll be using Runefang. I'll not be using Runefang steel for this. I use Runefang steel for the armour, the skeleton's armour, the chainmail. For this I will be using Ironbreaker because I want a darker looking metal on this. And then I'll probably be washing it with browns and possibly a little bit of the Carrollburg Crimson, using probably a mix. Actually, I may mix the Carrollburg Crimson with the Agrak Searchade to make a nice rusty looking colour. Oh heck. And there's a little bit more rope here. And so get this out of the way. It's just the rope that's on this back edge here. Unfortunately they've just used that as like straight pieces, make it look as though it's metal, and it's not. It's actually rope. So I would think it would be rope. I may be wrong, as I say, I'm not a medieval weapons expert, but I would assume that would be rope. So that's how I'm going to paint it. There is all this rope at the bottom here, and then it seems to loop up and just go incredibly straight. They've not put the grooves in this as I thought they may have done. But never mind. Let's just paint it as we see it and hope that we're right. And if we aren't right, we can always come back a little bit later and do it with give it a coat of tin bits. Not a problem. I know that bit there is metal, what it's attached to, so I'm going to obviously not paint that one in this colour because I said this colour is for the white. Sorry, this colour is for the ropes and the skulls. There we are. I think I've almost finished with this now. Just managed to put my fingers all over the thing here. I may actually change the colour of the bit that's wrapped around because I've got a little bit of the Screaming Skull on it. I don't want it on it, so I may, as I say, changed that bit slightly. I was painted dryad bark, something like that. So I think that is all the rope. I know there's no more skulls on this, so we'll go. We'll treat that as though that's the colour is finished with.